So the jungle is about Larry Black, who is an Australian big cat specialist who goes to Indonesia to try and help preserve the Javan Leopard. He joins up with two Indonesian trackers, and then they go into the Indonesian jungle, but unfortunately there's something bigger and darker in there that stalks them.
What? Here we go. Cameras, sit, and action. Hey, it's over there. Hey, hey, stop! Hey, come back, stop! Berhenti, Pak! Berhenti! Hey!
The film's about Larry going on a trip to one of his regular trips to document some leopards, and along the way things kind of start to get a little bit weird and spooky. It's basically a trip into the jungle to find the leopards, but very quickly things become very spooky and scary as they discover that they're not alone in the jungle just with the big cats, which is scary enough, but there's something else out there.
220, scene 84, take one. Yeah.
Look over there. Yeah, it could be a leopard. Oh shit. Come on. Sorry. Let's get closer. Come on.
I was looking for another animal monsters type film to make my trilogy. This will be my third film, Traucki's trilogy of terror. And I couldn't find any real stories, so I started inventing them, and this is the one that sort of stuck.
I think this movie, a thriller movie, it's about, this Australian guy or adventurous guys, animal lover, and try to save a leopard population in Java, mainly in central Java, and he's doing this really good job until he come across between the two worlds. I think that I find it very interesting.
You can have a really great looking film that's got no story, or a really bad looking film but it's got a great story and keeps you going all the way to the conclusion, to the end, and that's what you want. The audience don't want to sit and just look at things that are beautiful. They want to be taken on a ride emotionally, psychologically, and visually. It would be great as well. So this film, I think, we've got a really great crew, and we're making it look as good as possible, as well as giving it that sort of crazy feel.
Set and action. Ready. Adi, tunggu Adi.
This tracker working for me, Adi, he's a paranormal person. He knew about mystic, everything spiritual, but I didn't believe it. And Larry too didn't believe it. So we just continue to do the tracking about leopard.
A lot of them around.
Yeah. This time of year.
Mana monyetnya?
This time. It's fantastic, on a small sort of film like this, you really need everyone pulled together, and everyone's really sort of worked hard and given their best of it. And the actors are fantastic. I love Rupert; he's got a real energy about him. And then, of course, Agung and Agus, the two Indonesians, are just fantastic. They bring so much naturalism to the film, and seeing them talk and seeing them act is just a wonderful thing, because it makes you, I don't know, for me, it actually brings it alive and makes me feel like I truly am in Indonesia.
I love working with the actors I'm working with. They're really easy to get on with. They all speak Indonesian. They're Indonesian, so I'm like learning Indonesian on the job here, and there's a real sense of authenticity to what they're talking about in the film, because all these superstitions and these mythologies that they talk about in the film are real. So I'm actually getting to watch and genuinely experience these sort of mythologies and these superstitions firsthand, not just as the character, but as Rupert, the actor.
So I'm playing this character. It's called Adi. Adi is the guy who actually a tracker. So he's a believer in supernatural kind of stuff. But he worked for government. You see, in the Indonesian government, they have a few people like that. So I'm playing one of this character. I was pretty interested. I could have chose any of this, but Adi was just me. I'm at home. I just, this is really me.
Well, I got his Andrew email anyway, And then he sent me the script and the story about the jungle. And yes, very interesting. The story is very good, but then again, I never worked horror movie before in my life, and I don't know how to bring together myself this. So I put myself together. When the director asking me, "Can you do it?" I goes, "Yes, of course, I'm ready. I will do it."
It was a no-brainer, you know. It's a good script, great people, 3 weeks up in the jungle shooting it.
The Jungle is a thriller, and it's like it fits in the horror genre, I suppose. But I'm much more about wanting to sort of old school Hitchcock style thing, where I'm trying to create suspense and tension rather than just show death and gore. So maybe it's an old school thriller. That's what I'd call it.
I love Andrew's work, and I love the idea of shooting a film in a jungle that's really natural and sort of fast and sort of organic, spontaneous, and it's such a great script. The story just really flows and powers along to the end, to the big conclusion.
When Andrew sent me the first script, and I said, "Oh, I like this, man. I want to be in." And the second script, even more interesting, said, "I'm definitely to be in." And I see the thing, I see the name, The Jungle. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm home. I'm definitely home."
And then we're going to swing around because it's going to be behind them.
Here we go.
And
Keep rolling.
monkey.
So I chose this style of filmmaking because I think it's a very prevalent, you know, like with the YouTube and the whole internet and reality TV, everyone's sort of got a handy camera or an iPhone who can chop this stuff up. And I just thought it'd be really interesting to try such a thing, and it has been really interesting, although it's quite challenging having a first-person perspective all the time. I've done my head in thinking about coverage all the time, and it's really an interesting experiment to see how you cover things that normally you'd cut away from and go to a wide and a different perspective. And you, in this film, you have to, as in all these films, you have to stay in that sort of first-person perspective.
Come on, man! Buddy! Well, Buddy! Buddy! Wait.
Yeah, no, I really like that. You know, everyone's got a camera, and it's all happening now in terms of reality TV and just that whole sense of, you know, reality. And I've always thought that truth is stronger than fiction. So if I can make this come across as a truthful event, then people might really feel that it's got a lot of punch to it.
I'm just happen to be a believer. So yeah, a believer in meaning of just that supernatural thing, this energy around us, and this jungle give me that opportunity to express that. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
I actually quite like the challenge of trying to scare people. Really, it's actually quite a it's a challenge in the sense that you don't know exactly how you're going to do it every time, and the timing is so important. Like, I think films are like a symphony. It's all about the temporal flow of the movement, as well as obviously the emotional flow. And thrillers have got you've really got to milk that. It's not just about emotion, it's about timing. And so you've got to draw out moments and then compress moments, and quite like that dance, really.